Pay attention, you bastards.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you turn on that notification bell, and please make sure you like, subscribe, and let's get to it. Hey, it's a cold world. It's a cold world out here. Kevin Mccall out here crying on couches. You know what I'm saying? He out there breaking down. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who have not seen the video or have not heard, Kevin Mccall broke down mid-interview talking about, I'm on EBT. I'm doing bad. I ain't got no money. And then Chris Brown over here on tour, getting all this money from Breezy Bowl. If you ain't seen the video, check it out real quick.
Watch this. Why the fuck I got an EBT card? Breezy Bowl and made 90 whatever the fuck million, and it say KKKK man. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, man. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all niggas want to see a nigga cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a.
Bro.
That shit ain't fair, man.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
Hey,
that's why.
Hey, look, bro.
I'm down, bro. Say my name, bro. That shit. I had to go up in that motherfucker and hide my face with the balls like COVID, bro.
Don't act like every nigga ain't had no
EBT card.
On the set, that nigga had an EBT card. And then I might get an EBT card.
Now, I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This one's tough. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's tough. Because peep this. On one hand, I'm like, I feel where you're coming from. It's like, bro, like bro, what's it to you to give me 25,000? I done did these hits for you. Deuces being the biggest hit. You know what I'm saying? Because for those of you who don't know, Kevin Mccall is responsible for writing the song Deuces with Chris Brown. He wrote the song. I believe he produced the song as well. And they got into it, right? They got into it a little, I believe a little after that, after the record came out. They got into it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of back and forth, and pretty much they went their separate ways.
If this nigga wrote all these songs that he claiming he wrote, why he ain't write no more? Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I was thinking about giving you this, but you a bitch. But I bought this with your money too.
Kevin Mccall business wasn't straight, so he didn't receive any money from that record, any substantial money. Maybe he received a little bit of money up front, but he didn't receive any substantial money from that record. Like I said, on one hand, I feel him. On one hand, I'm like, man, bro, like, what's it to you to give me 25,000? What's it to you, somebody who's on tour making millions, you know what I'm saying, to shoot 25,000, 50,000, or whatever the case may be, knowing that I did this big record for you and it's one of your biggest records, right? You know what I'm saying? And again, I see that Kevin Mccall is looking at it from that perspective. And I've had the pleasure of meeting Kevin Mccall. I've been around him on a couple different occasions. And, you know, he's a cool dude. He humble dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, so from meeting him and being around him, it's a messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a messed up situation because you like, dang, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? That could have been a life-changing thing, right? And you want to feel for him, and you like, yo, man, like, I get where you coming from. It got to be tough. You're not able to make that money like that. You down bad. Things ain't going your way. And I know how it could be in just life when things ain't going the way that you thought it was going to go, right? So on one hand, I get him, right? On the other hand, bro, that record was in 2010, 2011. Nigga, yeah, that record was a long time ago, bro. That record was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even trying to be that guy. But I gotta call a spade a spade. Yes, you could still be making money. Yes, that could have been a life-changing amount of money because the record was big. Yes, for sure. But that record was a long time ago, which means is that you had a lot of time to make more money. You had a lot of time to get out here and piece other things together. Whether that meant other records, whether that meant other careers, if this wasn't hidden for you, whether that meant, you know what I'm saying, getting your paperwork straight and getting with a lawyer and saying, hey, listen, this, that, this, and this, whatever the case was, I feel like that should have been done. That should have been done. It should not be that if, and y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but if the record came out, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but if the record came out in, let's say, 2010, 2011, 2012, whatever it was, this is 2025 going on 2026. You mean to tell me you couldn't come up with no money to whereas now you on EBT? And listen, we all go through our ups and downs, right? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm on EBT. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's be clear. I'm not saying it because of that. I'm saying it because you can't go and say this record in him, Chris Brown, that's the reason why I'm out here like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't say that, but that's essentially what you leaning towards.
Like, damn, niggas, send me 25,000. You can't send me 50,000?
So, you know, that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing with this situation, right? I do, like I said, I want to sympathize more with him, but at the same time, I'm just like, bro, like, come on, bro. You gotta say to yourself, you gotta take things upon yourself to say, you know, that was a long time ago. I should have other things going on. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at the person and say to yourself, what's going on? Because like I said, the times I've been around him, you know what I'm saying, and we don't got a super tight relationship. I've just been around him a few times. One time years ago, I was working in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, met him at a studio and whatnot, chopped it up with him. Next time, another studio, you know what I'm saying. Recently, seen him at a club and was just kind of like, you know, same energy, cool cat. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that you have to take it upon yourself. It don't matter. I could sit here as a man and say, oh man, the reason, man, I lost money in this business deal 10 years ago, and that's the reason I ain't got no money. That's the reason why I'm on EBT. That's the reason why. I could say that. But the reality is that you do go through your ups and downs. And I'm not saying that what you lost doesn't reflect what today is. It does. But at the same time, in that amount of time frame, you should be able to get other things going where if you didn't get that, or if you did get that, you still got other things going on to where that's not your only income that you're depending on. Now that's stupid. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on you to sit there and be like, you know, I got to get my stuff in order. Now, whatever Chris Brown and his relationship is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He might be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Chris Brown should give me 25,000, 50,000. Chris Brown might be like, bro, I don't mess with you like that, bro. I don't even, like, we not homies like that. Nigga, we did a record years ago. You got paid for the record. You didn't think the record was going to blow up the way it blew up, or you didn't care. You got paid for the record, or whatever the case was. Boom, that's that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm seeing videos of just stuff from back in the day of him saying that, you know, Chris Brown blackmailed him pretty much. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, not blackmailed him, but blackballed him. You know what I'm saying, out the industry. I'm seeing that. And with that, I'm not saying it's not a real thing, because it does happen. If a name like Chris Brown, or if a name like Jay-Z, if a name like Drake, or somebody says, hey, don't work with this person. And if you work with this person, I'm not messing with you, or whatever. Then those people might not want to work with that specific person. That is a real thing. But you saying to yourself, I'm not going to do other things to put me in a position to make money, to support myself, my family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still dwelling on 10 plus years ago stuff. To me, that's crazy. That don't make no sense. So for you to be sitting on this couch crying, it's tough, bro. It's tough. And again, like I said, I'm one of them type of people, especially with this internet. I say what I'm saying here to a nigga face. because I'm not saying it in a way where I'm being disrespectful. You know, a lot of niggas get on this internet and be talking certain ways, and then they see a person in person and they like, oh, well, I didn't say. No, I stand on everything that I say. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's about positioning yourself. You can't depend on no other person to help position you. Sometimes in business, people are sharks. They like, bro, I'm trying to get mine. I don't care if you get yours. That's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot dwell on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, is it sad? Buddy online crying. It's sad, but it's also, and I would tell him this embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. And it's not just embarrassing because you're crying. It's embarrassing because you're crying for what another man won't do for you. And that's and you feel like that's partly the reason you're in this situation. Look, we all go through stuff. It ain't to say you can't express yourself. It ain't to say you can't express frustration, because clearly that's what it was. It was frustration. It was disappointment. It was, you know, he might have let himself down. He might be letting his family down. It could be a lot of things. But the way you positioned it in from how you're coming off and viewing it, it's like you're not taking accountability for your situation. That's how I take it. Again, I could be totally wrong, and please get in the chat. Let me know what's up. If I'm tripping, let me know I'm tripping. But I kind of feel like, bro, if something was 10 plus years ago, and I'm talking about that's the reason why that's the reason why I'm on EBT 10 plus years later, I don't know. To me, that's just, you know. But again, as always, man, let me know how y'all feel about it. As always, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one.